This is a Second Amendment video, and we're talking about the Drug Enforcement Agency. That's right, the DEA. They saw all the great fun that the ATF has been up to with their rulemaking authority, and they said, you know what? I want in on this too. How is that going to affect gun owners, either you or someone that you may know? Let's get into this. So guys, before I do, quick reminder, the USCCA has a secret giveaway going on right now, and it ends really soon. It's free to enter. Just click the link in the description below to reveal what it is. By the way, it might be in the shape of a firearm, goes in a holster. That's all the clues I can give you without upsetting other YouTube. So there you go. What am I talking about? Well, the DEA has decided that all those Delta 8 shops that you've seen maybe showing up in your town or some other person's town, but probably your town if you look enough. Yeah, that was legal until a few days ago. On February 13th, the DEA made a ruling saying that Delta 8, as well as the Delta 9 acetate ester, technical, I understand, is now going to be classified as a Schedule I controlled substance under the Controlled Substance Act, or the CSA. I'm going to leave the details of this in a longer form video. If you want the longer form of that, go check it out on my channel. You're seeing me here appear on the USCCA channel, which is always bringing you up-to-the-minute updates with great firearm laws, reviews, everything else. But if you want the longer form version, if you really want to nerd out on this, go check it out on my channel. Just YouTube up Tom Grieve, and then search through there, you'll find it. But what do you need to know? And why is this important? Well, here's the issue here. A lot of laws, when it comes to mixing drugs and firearms, have a way of compounding off one another. There's a good chance that someone you know bought one of these products. And just trust me on this. There's a good chance someone that you know is in possession of these products. And if that person is also in possession of firearms, here's the danger. Suddenly, if they're going to be arrested and charged for possession of THC, depending upon how your local state laws may work, that charge may be escalated to a felony. It may have extra exposure that they're facing as far as time of incarceration and fines if they're also in possession of a firearm. Also, this works at the federal level too, where oftentimes, depending upon what's going on here, you can see certain minimum sentencing provisions apply. That's code for mandatory prison, often in the years, where if you are, for instance, involved in any drug trafficking activity and in possession of certain firearms, you could be looking at 5, 10, or more years mandatory minimum sentence. You don't think you're drug trafficking? Well, after all, you did buy that Delta 8 THC, probably with your credit card. That wasn't too smart, by the way. But you did buy that, and you thought you were going to be fine. There's going to be nothing coming around on this. And then, hey, some friend said, oh, that's cool. That's perfectly legal, right? And you, of course, relying on the fact that no one's told you otherwise. And the people at the store said it was okay, that, oh, it must be okay. So you had that text message conversation of, sure, I got a bag of gummies or whatever the case may be, coming over, I'll give you some. That's now what we call evidence, and you were drug trafficking. Don't get angry at me. This is another ruling brought to you by the federal government. Again, if you want the longer form version of what's going on and why, be sure to check out my video on the Attorney Tom Grieve YouTube channel. But I just really want to make sure that you get caught up on the basics right here and right now. This is what's going on. So again, I cannot stress enough, someone that you know in your life probably fits this criteria and you may not even be aware of it. Whether that's son or daughter that went off to college, whether that's a niece or nephew who lives in that one city in your state, the capital city likely, where, trust me, these stores do exist. Go to Google and just open up, just put in Delta 8 THC and watch all the shops pop up around there. That's what we're talking about. Now, it remains to be seen how the DEA is going to be enforcing this, let alone the ATF, but this ruling just dropped. So we will see if local and state law enforcement authorities will adopt something similar, whether or not it may become criminalized in your particular state at the state level as opposed to the federal level, maybe up to the controlled substance boards or whatever they're called in your particular state, because they may have to go through the same reclassification process that, in essence, the DEA just did. So this is a moving target that we're dealing with here on the analysis. You have to keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, firearms and drugs, under the law, they do not mix, and you can get yourself in real fast trouble on this if you don't watch it. Guys, don't forget about the gun giveaway. Check it out in the description box below, and we will see you in the next one.